It's veveverse. May the strong unite and the weak disperse. I am back with a banger. So you want to be successful in the world of crypto and NFTs, huh? Well, if you're here now, I assume that you do. With the help of my homie Dayton, I've come up with something I like to call the 10 crypto commandments. If you stick to these fundamentals, you'll find yourself beating the odds more than your average bear. And in due time, you may mess around and end up getting a life-changing bag. Let's get into it. Number 1, do your due diligence. Now in crypto, you may hear a lot of stories about people saying YOLO and skydiving into a project with no regard. Yeah, that shit is all fun and games to read on the internet, but don't do that shit. Cause you will go from screaming YOLO to being a fucking hobo. So don't try to do what the quote unquote cool kids do and end up wearing a dunce cap. Cause ain't nothing happy about being in financial ruin. The game is all about mitigating risk. In order to beat the odds, there's a few tasks that you have to do as standard practice. Reading the white paper on a coin or project you're thinking about jumping into is highly recommended. A white paper is a document that sheds light on the purpose of a project as well as the technology behind it. Now this may be the boring part, I know, but fucking read it, alright? This your money we talking about here. If you see something like a term on the white paper that you don't quite understand, then look it up. Another task is to study the roadmap. If the roadmap isn't really talking about anything innovative, or the only thing to look forward to is project-related merch, unless the project is from an already popular artist, then it's probably not something that'll hold value long term. Also, make sure to research the team behind the project. Now, sometimes this may be the team's debut, and that's okay. It's not the end-all be-all. That's where reading a white paper, roadmap, and other due diligence comes into play. But if there's a team or a member of the team that's a proven vet with a positive track record or that's had successful launches, then that should give you the reinforcement that this project is headed down the right track. Number 2, explore the industry. You can't see the whole scene by looking through one scope. What I mean by that is, it's not in your best interest to be a maximalist. And that goes for every aspect in life.
Message!
Don't just find one project you like and solely dedicate all your time and resources into that project alone. If you happen to discover another project that also has potential, be willing to expand your horizon. Now, you don't have to spread your portfolio over 100 different projects, but being invested in a few solid projects is ideal. All ironclad, legitimate projects can and will coexist, so don't lose out on opportunities because you are being hard-headed and refuse to budge. Number 3, guard your crypto by any means. Now, there's some gifts that come with decentralization, but also some curses. Because if your security gets breached, there's no number you can call to get your shit back. So you need to Fort Knox all this shit. Make sure all of your crypto wallets are secured at all times. When you create or activate a wallet, it will come with a seed phrase that usually consists of 12 to 24 words. Listen and listen close. Do not ever lose these words. Your seed phrase is the key to get direct access to your funds. The ultimate password, if you will. Also, never give your seed phrase out to anyone, and I mean anyone. Your seed phrase contains the sacred words never to be spoken, screenshot, filmed, or photographed. So in order to keep it safe, you gotta go the old school route. Write that shit down on a piece of paper and store it in the safest spot possible. A lockbox, a safe, a personal bank vault, whatever you gotta do it. As a matter of fact, it's good to make 1 or 2 additional handwritten copies of your seed phrase and put those in separate secure locations, just in case you can't make it to your first option. Yeah, shit ain't no joke. Don't leave all of your crypto on exchanges either. It's not common, but it's possible for breaches to happen on exchanges, and you don't want your investments floating in crypto space if it happens. Now, a hot wallet, like a Trust Wallet or MetaMask, is definitely better than leaving your crypto on an exchange. But a hardware wallet, like the Ledger Nano or Trezor, is paramount. Hardware wallets provide the best security, because in order to move funds, someone needs to have the passwords and physically have the hardware wallet in hand to initiate a transfer. Another vital tip, best practice is to have multiple wallets, both hot and hardware wallets. Never have all of your funds in a single wallet. I recommend keeping a majority of your funds on a hardware wallet, maybe even 2 or more depending on how much cheese we talking, and keeping a smaller amount for your daily needs in your hot wallets. Also, beware of them damn scams. For example, NFT projects will never DM you to mint. So if you see a DM like this, don't fall for it. Never click on any links in your DMs from people you don't know. Only trust links given directly from the project's team, which are usually provided on the project's social media accounts. Number 4, learn tokenomics. In crypto, you'll hear this word a ton. Tokenomics is the study of how a particular crypto works within the economy and the attributes it may have. Study up on tokenomics. Google how to look for good and bad signs when it comes to a project's token. Learn what deflationary and inflationary aspects of a project are needed, because believe it or not, both are useful depending on the project itself. When looking into a particular project, make sure the token allocation seems reasonable. For example, you don't want the team who created the token to have half the damn token supply. That's what I like to call pre-ordered bullshit, a damn catastrophe waiting to happen. Now, tokenomics isn't just a one-time fits-all type of thing for every project. That's why you should take the time and truly learn all about tokenomics to see what aspects work best for certain projects. Number 5, don't invest money you're not willing to lose. Now, this applies to any investment, but most definitely to crypto and NFTs. No investment guarantees a return on investment, and every crypto investment won't be a King Griffey Grand Slam. So don't expect to buy a few NFTs and then think a couple months later you're about to be Scrooge McDuck, alright? Now, is it possible in this space? Yes. Are you going to jump in with a couple bucks as a rookie and immediately flip it to 100K? No. Now, it's okay to invest in projects in order to quick flip and make some profits, but that's not guaranteed with every, if not most, projects. Also, know the difference between quick flips and long-term holds. Every project isn't meant to hold, and every project isn't meant to make a quick buck. A couple more things to keep in mind. Sometimes drops don't always go as expected, and companies don't always launch as expected. So don't invest your entire savings in crypto to the point where you don't have any liquidity. This is still a relatively new industry, and sometimes shit happens. Ultimately, you should always use your best judgment and invest in projects that resonate with you as much as possible. Number 6, do not let FUD guide you. Look, in this industry, there are going to be a lot of opinions and a lot of he say, she say that'll create FUD, which stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Some people may cause FUD because they are genuinely nervous or have concerns about a project, and others will purposely create FUD in hopes to dip the coin or token so that they can buy in at a better position. If you truly believe in a project and deep down you know it's going to be successful, then your hands better be solid f***ing diamond and hold strong, because there will be a lot of hoopla that'll try to knock you out of your spot. Besides, if you truly do your due diligence, then FUD won't mean shit to you no way. It may even help you increase your bag if you take a bigger position during the dips. Don't ever let other people's emotions dictate your pockets.
Message!
Number 7, stick to social media. Now, it's one thing to know what to look for, but the key is to know where to look for it. Now, sticking to social media may seem obvious, but it's still underrated as if you know where to look. You need to stick to what me and the homies call TTD, Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. As for now, these 3 are the bread and butter when it comes to getting the best and most up-to-date crypto info, especially Twitter and Discord. An NFT project will usually have a Twitter account with their Discord server link in the bio. Then when you start to network, you'll potentially get invited to Telegram groups revolving around crypto and NFTs. If you want to make it in the crypto world and you don't have an account for these 3, then make them. You're going to save yourself a lot of time looking for projects, believe me. Number 8, feel the vibe of the community. Building a solid and positive community is also a cornerstone to a successful project. All projects should have a Discord server, and that's one of the best places to get a feel for the community. If the community is toxic as hell or constantly spamming shit, then fucking dip. If the mods aren't being responsive to legitimate questions or concerns the community has, or they're being short and rude with their responses, then fucking dip. If you realize the project creators care more about filling up their own pockets than creating a foundation for the community, then hit the cleanest moonwalk out that shit and fucking dip. And on the flip side, if it's a welcoming and positive community, then get your ass in there and get active. Doing that accomplishes 2 things. You become more well-known in the space you like to be in, and you always have the latest scoop on what's happening with the project. Which alley-oops to number 9. Stay updated on your investments. Minting an NFT or taking a position in a coin isn't the end of the race. Now it's your job to stay up to date on everything regarding the project. Make sure the objectives from the team are being completed successfully and the roadmap is being followed as planned. Bring up any questions or inquiries you may have to the moderators regarding any new quarterly phases of the project. If the team starts to lack transparency, then that may be an indicator to pay closer attention or ultimately withdraw your assets. Or the team may be very proactive with new airdrops and exclusives, so you don't want to miss out because you weren't staying in the loop. And last but not least, number 10. always be willing to adapt. Crypto is evolving on a constant basis, with new cutting-edge tech always around the corner. So when that new technology drops, make sure you educate yourself on its benefits and learn how to use it efficiently if necessary. You find out about some new blockchain tech or state-of-the-art interface, get to researching. Never hurts to have more weapons in your arsenal. So at the end of the day, keep your ear to the crypto streets, follow these rules, and you'll be racked up in no time doing a two-step in your virtual mansion. That's all I got for now. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll have more heat coming soon. Stay silent.